hello and welcome to my barn. I thought it would be fun to take a look at all of the horses that were released from Star Stable this year, and let's go ahead and rank them. So I will let you know what my favorites are in each category and which was my ultimate favorite horse of the year. So have a seat, grab a cookie, and let's take a look at all of the Star Stable horses. Now, just to make it a little bit easier, I just put them all in a Word document, so I have a photo of all of the horses that have been released. So in the order that they were released, all of these horses were brand new for this year. It was a very good year. Let's go ahead and put them all into categories. So the categories that I have are new breeds, which are brand new breeds that were added into the game that were never in Star Stable before. Updated breeds, so that means it was a horse that was either a Gen 1 or a Gen 2 and it now got updated to a Gen 3. Recolored horses, so horses that already previously existed in the game and Star Stable just recolored them and re-released them. And one of my favorite categories, the color changing magical horses. So these are the 4 categories, so let's go ahead and sort each and every single one of these. So the year kick-started off with 6 coat recolors. So here are the horses right here. So we're gonna go ahead and just take this and add it under the recolors. We have the Morgan horse. The Morgan horse already existed in the game before, so this is an updated breed that is now a Gen 3. These 2 right here are color changers, so let's move them right there. And even if the horses existed previously in the game, like these ones are on the Peso Fino mold, I'm still gonna put them in the color changing category because they still are color changers, even though they are a recolor. But they could go in either category, really. This American Paint horse was released all on her own randomly, but this was a recolor, so put that one there. The Lipizzaner horses. This is a horse that did already exist in game, so now we'll just move them into updated breeds. The Pentabians also were released before. They are a Gen 2 horse, so we'll add them to the updated breeds. Now, the Morgans had already come out earlier in the year, and then Star Stable released these 2 recolors in May. So these are actually recolors because they weren't released with the official launch of the original Gen 3 Morgans. The Rainbow Festival horses, these are beautiful color changers. These guys right here, it's actually a big giant group of all of these. Star Stable released 8 recolors in July. So all these horses had existed previously. So we're gonna put these ones in the recolor category. The Mustang. These beautiful horses came out in August, and these were an updated breed. The Dartmoor. Finally, we have it, our first new breed that was released this year. These are the only Dartmoors that exist in game. There is no Gen 1 or Gen 2 versions. Add them to the new breeds category. The beautiful American Paint horse, who was the birthday horse this year. Isn't that beautiful in this honey color? I love this horse. This was a recolor because the paint horse had previously been released. The 2 Halloween horses, these are color changers. The Dutch Warm Blood already previously existed in the game, so this is an updated breed. The 2 Christmas color changing horses, these ones are so dreamy. They will go in the color changing category. And then the newest horses and the last horses to be released are these 2 right here, and they are recolors. I can't believe how many recolors we got this year. We only got 1 new breed. Is that true? I guess the Dartmoors are gonna win in that category. Okay, so I just shrunk down all the pictures just so they're a little bit smaller. All right, so now let's do the ranking. So there was only 1 new breed released. That was the Dartmoor. Here are the little Dartmoors. I think Star Stable did such a beautiful job on these. I really love these. These were one of my favorite horses this year. But if I had to pick a favorite out of all of the colors, okay, this very Dappley Bay one is one of my favorite colors out of just the Dartmoors. I also love this very rich bay color. This Mealy Bay is beautiful too. Oh, but I love the black one too. Okay, decision made. This color right here I think is my favorite Dartmoor out of all 7 of them. I love that Star Stable also did a ranking too on their Instagram. They said according to their data, these are the 3 coat colors of the Dartmoor pony that were the most popular within 24 hours of their release. So it was actually the gray one, then followed by this one, which is the one I picked as my favorite. Then this, oh, this one's so good too. Yeah, I do love this color. Oh, I don't know, should I change my decision? You guys, this is too hard to pick. Yeah, this one might be one of my favorite colors actually. I think it's a tie. I think it's a tie between these 2. I can't really pick which one's more beautiful. I love them both, but I do love dapples. All right, let's move on to the next category of the updated breeds. So here are all the horses that got updated this year, so they can now be found as a Gen 3. The Morgans. I really liked the Morgans. I thought they were really cute. I wasn't sure sure how I felt about them until I actually saw them in game, and then I really did fall in love with them. They're really beautiful. Oh, but the Lipizzaner horses. I don't think there's any horse actually that can compare to these Lipizzaner horses, not only from their special movement that they can do, they're just so perfect. The Pentabians are also very beautiful too. The only thing with these horses is they didn't really feel like a new breed just because they are a new color Arabian, which is understandable, of course, but they were really beautiful. But they're on the exact same breed as the Arabian. The Mustang. I'm so happy they updated the Mustang. I had actually been waiting for this update for them. I think they came out a little bit different than I thought, but still really beautiful and completely wild at heart. And then the last updated breed was the Dutch Warmblood. Can you believe the Dutch Warmblood went from this to being updated like this? Yep, that's right. These are both the same breed. It's just this is the Gen 1 version and then this is the newest version. This one was pretty amazing too. I know these ones were incredibly popular. A lot of clubs I saw were using these as their dressage horse. So now the question is, which one is my favorite out of all of these new updated breeds? Okay, it's really hard to pick because they all are so great, but I have to go with the Lipizzaner. They're just perfection. I would call these horses pretty much perfect. I love them. And I loved all the colors that they came out with too. This bay one in particular is one of my favorite horses out of all of my horses. So very happy they released this horse. But I do like the Dutch Warmblood and the Morgans a lot. All right, so the Lipizzaner wins in the updated breed category. Next category, we're gonna look at the recolors, horses that already existed at some point before and then got re-released later on in the year as more colors came out. Okay, just looking at these, it was good. This was a really good year. These are the two newest horses released in Star Stable as of right now. These are the last ones that got released. I know a lot of people were saying that this Icelandic looked very similar to the previous Chestnut Icelandic that got released. And honestly, I agree. I mean, look at them together. They are very similar in color. It's just the newer one is a little bit lighter, a little bit frostier, right? This is getting difficult. Okay, I think I know which ones are my favorite ones that I really like out of all of these recolors, but having to pick between them will not be easy. Let's go by row. Out of this first row of recolors, the Bay Tennessee Walker is pretty phenomenal. I love this silvery, gorgeous Tennessee Walker too. Another one of my favorites. I mean, I just love Cute Proof, the American Paint Horse recolor. This Finn horse has one of the most unique coat colors I have ever seen. That alone kind of makes it one of my favorites. The Medicine Hat Paint Horse is another one that is so unique with the coat color. I mean, she's one of my favorite horses too. How am I supposed to pick? I really love this color of the Morgan too, but I never purchased this one. I was actually kind of hoping that the Morgans would go on sale at one of the bazaars this year, but they never did. So that's when I was hoping to pick up this Morgan, but that just didn't happen. I would say these three rank very high for me. But wait, now we've got this row of recolors. I'm also crazy about this Welsh pony. This is one that they did like a sneak peek, but hadn't been released into the game yet, and I was hoping they would release this one, and they did. So I really like this Welsh pony too. And then look at the color of this Appaloosa. I don't know, how do I pick? Out of the last row, okay, the birthday American Paint Horse in that honey color is one of my favorites. So I named my birthday celebration horse Honey Cake. I don't know, I can't pick. This is too hard to pick which one is my favorite out of all the recolors. Okay, just standing here and looking at them, I would actually say Silver Fortune. This one here probably wins second place, but this one I think is my absolute favorite out of the recolors just because the pattern is so minimal and unique and different. I don't have a horse like this at all. I just think she's one of my favorites out of the recolors. Oh, that was really difficult. Okay, color changing, the last category of horses. So it looks like these are the ones that were released this year. I mean, it should be pretty obvious which one is my favorite out of these. I don't think you're going to be surprised at all, but let's talk about them briefly. These jewel horses were really interesting when they came out with these ones, especially since they didn't make the crystals 3D. They do have this really beautiful iridescent effect on them, but I think having them 3D would have really been perfect, but they are on the Pazzofino mold, which I do really love. So these ones are very beautiful. I love the Rainbow Festival horses, of course, because of their beautiful pastel coloring. I love that they included the community. These were actually designed by community members. They're both really beautiful. Oh, and of course we've got to see them color change. I mean, they're in the color changing category. Look at that. So pretty. I mean, the colors on them, they're just so fantasy and so beautiful. These horses come very close to my favorite out of the color changing category, but of course, you guys know who my favorite is, right? It is going to be the gingerbread cookie horse, of course. You weren't surprised, were you? No, I knew you wouldn't be surprised. Of course, I would love this one. It's on the Lipizzaner mold. It's sugary sweet. It's a cookie. I love how the color change goes into this beautiful reddy chestnut. I just love, love, love this horse. So who is the grand winner, my ultimate favorite horse out of all of the horses that were released this year? Okay, honestly, it would have to be out of these 5 right here. These 5 are my favorite horses that came out this year. The Lipizzaners in all 4 of these colors, and then of course the gingerbread horse. I don't think I can pick. I really don't think I can pick. They're all so beautiful. Please don't make me pick. Please don't make me pick. I know this is a ranking video, but I just don't want to pick because it's too hard to pick. Gingerbread or one of these. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, if I was absolutely forced to say who my favorite was, this might surprise you. Are you guys ready? You guys ready to be surprised? This Dapple Gray. I think this is my ultimate favorite horse. I was riding this horse so much, I had to stop myself and say, I have other horses to ride. I love, love, love this coloring. I love Dapple Gray horses. I love the Lipizzaner, but I would definitely say these are my top 5 right here for this year. Are you surprised? I'm surprised. So what about your thoughts? What do you think? What was your favorite horse this whole entire year? There were so many good ones. This was really difficult to pick. If the Lipizzaners hadn't been released, this would have been a lot easier to pick and select my favorite out of these. But they just kind of won across the board. Star Stable also released the top stats of the most popular horses. These were the most loved ones. So number 1 was the Mustang, number 2 was the Lipizzaner, and in 3rd place, the Dutch Warm Blood. It's going to be a really good year. The American Saddlebred is supposed to release. The Selle Francais is supposed to come out as an updated breed. And of course, the Ardennes horses that we know about are coming. Those ones are going to be coming any day now. Star Stable's probably going to make the announcement really soon when they're officially going to be released. But they're going to be the first horse of January. I hope you enjoyed this ranking video. If your favorite horse wasn't picked, it's okay. We are still friends. We can absolutely love different horses. That's why there's so many. There's so many different ones to pick from. So if you had different favorites, I would love to hear which ones you liked. What did you name your horses this year? I love your comments. Ooh, even like this one. Honey, should I save up for a Belgian Warm Blood or a Haflinger horse? I can't decide and I don't want to waste star coins. That's a pretty tough decision too because they both are really good. So the one I'm riding is the Haflinger and then this one here is the Belgian Warm Blood. So it's really up to you which one you want. I know the Belgian Warm Bloods are very popular. Me personally, I love the Haflingers. I think they're so cute. Look at their little faces. They have these really beautiful long flowy manes, but it's completely up to you. You cannot go wrong. Look at all the different colors because the Haflingers don't come in very many colors, but you'll have quite a bit of color options to pick from with the Belgian Warm Blood. So let me know what you decide. Happy New Year's, you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.